It looked like the WNBA saga, the little run that they had, is now over, as major networks could be pulling segments from the broadcast, and this current CBA agreement is heating up. This is all what the owners wanted. Think about ESPN, Fox, other sports networks. Everybody has took away WNBA segments.
WNBA throws tantrum as ESPN and Fox Sports will no longer cover WNBA due to Caitlin Clark injury. The WNBA has been dealt a crushing blow as ESPN and Fox Sports, two of the largest sports networks in the world, are reportedly scaling back their coverage of the league following Caitlin Clark's season-ending injury. Just months ago, Clark was being hailed as the face of women's basketball, driving record-breaking ratings, merchandise sales, and ticket demand. Her electric play made casual fans tune in, created viral moments, and positioned the WNBA as if it were entering a long-awaited golden era.
Y'all ain't finna get no $1 million contracts. Guess what's gonna happen to the CBA agreement? It's gonna stay the same. You're not getting no extra money. The ratings has dropped 80%. That's what they're gonna say. You know, they're gonna be looking through this. Hey, you know what? The ratings are just, I'm sorry. So all of that momentum that you guys had about a year and a half ago, it's over. It's over.
But with Clark sidelined, the spotlight dimmed almost overnight, leaving networks to reconsider whether the hype was sustainable. For ESPN and Fox, this decision wasn't personal, it was business. Sports networks thrive on viewership and advertising dollars, and the numbers have reportedly fallen off a cliff without Clark. Ratings that once surged have collapsed by nearly 80%, ticket sales slowed, and merchandise that used to sell out in minutes now sits on shelves. For a league already struggling with financial stability, falling attendance, and long-standing debates over player pay, the network's pulling coverage is nothing short of catastrophic. The move also arrives at the worst possible time, with the WNBA and its players preparing for a critical round of collective bargaining agreement negotiations.
I'll say a little conspiracy with keeping Caitlin Clark out, with them playing a factor in her not being there to keep the CBA agreements and pull away the interest from the league. I believe this is a planned attack by the WNBA owners, commissioners, to pull the interest away from the league.
Athletes had hoped Clark's impact would strengthen their case for higher salaries and more respect, but the sudden decline has given owners powerful leverage to argue the opposite, that without consistent fan interest, big contracts and higher pay are unrealistic. Critics like Jason Whitlock and Colin Cowherd have only intensified the storm, accusing the league of relying too heavily on Clark while failing to promote or develop its other stars. They argue that instead of capitalizing on her popularity, jealousy, entitlement, and mismanagement squandered the opportunity to elevate women's basketball as a whole. This has left many fans frustrated and players caught in the middle of a collapsing narrative.
How many times have you watched WNBA games since Caitlin Clark got hurt? Now think about this. It led our show last summer.
A bunch.
I think I led with it 6 times. I led with the WNBA. And either way, I talk about what I think is interesting. You notice I didn't talk about it this year?
Yeah.
It's not because I suddenly disliked the league. I thought it was growing. Anybody that wants to argue this, you're off your rocker. Caitlin Clark is the league.
Some even speculate that league executives and owners quietly benefited from this downturn, using Clark's injury as an excuse to temper salary expectations and weaken player demands during upcoming negotiations. Whether or not that theory holds true, one thing is undeniable: the WNBA is now facing its most dangerous moment in years. The network's retreat has exposed the fragility of the league's foundation, showing how dependent its success was on one player. Without Clark, casual fans have drifted away, sponsors are hesitant, and mainstream media is losing interest. For the WNBA, this is more than a setback, it's a crisis. The path forward is uncertain, but the league's next moves will determine whether this is a temporary stumble or the beginning of a steep and irreversible decline.